Hello guys, this is Donald's Movies and welcome to the World of Warcraft lore Q&A number 67. The question for today's video is by the Qualivax and he asks: am I the only one who thinks this is the end expansion? I mean, the Legion was always the final boss and now we have an expansion about him. Okay, so this is an interesting question and something a lot of people have been wondering about recently. I don't know if you guys have watched my earlier videos, but I did talk a lot about the final battle, the final WoW expansion that would end the game, and that was the Burning Legion expansion because they have invaded us once and almost destroyed the entire world. Then they have invaded us the second time, and even though they didn't necessarily cause much damage themselves, the world still did suffer, especially areas like Lordaeron, Northrend and Mount Hyjal. I mean, the World Tree was destroyed and also the entire creation of the Scourge. The Scourge was actually created by the Burning Legion, even though it kind of went independent later on. And now we have the invasion number 3 and that is commencing, and it's supposed to be the biggest one yet, and they're also trying to summon Sargeras this time, and we all know that Sargeras is the big bad in the universe. I mean, he's the main evil in the world, as the entire story of Warcraft is really based on the Titans. You have the Titans who create the world and an evil Titan Sargeras who has gone mad and just started undoing all of their work. I mean, sure, there are a lot of different plots and other evils throughout the universe, like the old gods, but this is kind of the focal point of the story. Like, this is the most basic story that it is. At this point, it is still unknown who will be the final boss of the expansion, but I personally think it's going to be Sargeras. Not necessarily the summoned Sargeras like in his full form, but possibly like an avatar of Sargeras or like a weakened version of Sargeras in some way. And I think this is exactly why this isn't going to be the last expansion. I mean, the Burning Legion is an army of demons, and we all know that demons can't die, and a lot of people actually think that we have weakened their numbers and that the Burning Legion is a lot weaker than they were before. Yes, we have killed their Dreadlords, their Doom Guards, and just all sorts of their minions, but in reality we have never really actually killed a demon, and they are all pretty much still alive due to a thing called the Twisting Nether. Now, for those of you who don't know, the Twisting Nether is a plane just like we have the Material Plane on the world of Azeroth, where pretty much everyone is on, all the players and all the other NPCs that we know about. For demons, the Twisting Nether is their home plane, and this is pretty much where their true form resides. I mean, when they invade a world, they don't really come in their full form. You could say that they come in their spirit form, or a copy of them gets summoned through the portal, and when they die they can always kind of get back. It is kind of the same thing as you have with the druids and the Emerald Dream. I mean, the druid's body is on the Material Plane, but his spirit is in the Emerald Dream, and even if he somehow dies in the dream, his body is still alive, although he might suffer some consequences on his material form. So the entire point why I went into this detail when I explained this is because we just can't defeat the Burning Legion. A lot of people think we're going to defeat the Burning Legion in this expansion. That is just not possible, at least not on this world, and the only way to actually defeat them for real is to go to the Twisting Nether and kill them there, and kill Sargeras there and all the other demons. And I just don't think it is possible that they're going to add all this stuff in this expansion. I mean, that would be 10 different patches. So to kind of wrap this up, my speculation is, obviously, I mean, we know that the Burning Legion will invade us, and that Sargeras will successfully be summoned, obviously on his true form, possibly an avatar. They never really confirmed this, but this is just my own opinion. Now, obviously, we can't defeat him ourselves, so we will need the help of the Titans, and Blizzard did actually hint that something will happen with the Titans in this expansion, like the Pillars of Creation and us kind of trying to reach out to the Titans. So pretty much, Sargeras is summoned, the Titans come and help us. They finally want to get rid of him, as this is not the only world he has invaded. He has destroyed many different worlds, and the Titans don't really like when people undo their work, so I'm pretty certain that they want to get rid of Sargeras even more than we do. So what happens is we defeat Sargeras with the help of the Titans, or at least his form, and then we fight back the invasion, and then we follow the Burning Legion to their home. Now this could possibly be Argus, the world once inhabited by the Eredar, where Kil'jaeden, Archimonde, and Velen are from. A lot of people speculate that this is the main Burning Legion base, like their main world. And yes, I know they hinted about the other world and the reveal, like the expansion reveal, but Argus could still possibly play a role, and we don't really know how big that world is. So that could easily be an expansion after the Legion, where we could get like an entire new world. Maybe we find some races there and we can get like new playable races. Then we like establish a base and finally like kill off the Burning Legion once and for all. In the meantime, while we're fighting the Burning Legion and we're all the way on a different world, Ashara and the entire Old God storyline could unravel while we're away, and the Burning Legion could have possibly damaged one of the Old God prisons, especially Enzod, because we know he's somewhere possibly like underwater, and I mean the Burning Legion invasion is going to happen on the Broken Isles, so he could possibly be even on the Broken Isles or somewhere around there. So some of the Old Gods might get free, like Enzod, and there could be like an entire Old God expansion, and we know that Queen Ashara is working for the Old Gods, so we can get like an entire new expansion after the expansion, after the Legion expansions. So already we have like 2 future expansions that could totally make sense and be super fun, and that is about 5 more years of the game. And a lot of people on like forums, Reddit or whatever are saying that Blizzard is like completely out of ideas and they just don't know what to do with the world once the Burning Legion is defeated, but there are just so many different things they can do. I mean, there can be an entire expansion about the other side of Azeroth, as there could be like an entire unexplored continent between Kalimdor and the Eastern Kingdoms if you go to the other side, or there could be like an entire Bolvar expansion, like a new Lich King expansion, although I don't really know how they would pull it off. So whether this is the final expansion or not, in my opinion, I think it isn't. I mean, obviously I know most of you guys are aware of this. I mean, World of Warcraft isn't going to last for like 50-60 years. It is an old game at this point, but I just don't think it will end soon. I mean, I know it will end at some point, obviously, which could later on lead to like more development of the Warcraft franchise, such as Warcraft 4, like a Warcraft RPG game like Skyrim or Witcher, or possibly like a new MMORPG like WoW 2 that a lot of people have been speculating. Also, at this point, it has actually been hinted by Blizzard that they're already planning an expansion after Legion, and I think that is enough proof that this isn't the final one. But if by any chance, which I really hope doesn't ever happen, but if by any chance Legion turns out to be a complete fail and WoW loses like 3 or 4 million subscribers, they could always kinda end it up with this expansion, because they can just say like, we added all the stuff you guys requested, it was a fun time, it was like 13 years of the game, it was great, we're still gonna continue the Warcraft franchise, but we can't do much with World of Warcraft. And this is kind of the perfect setup for that, but I just personally think that the chances for that happening are very slim, and I think this game has at least like 5 or 6 years worth of like new content and expansions. Alright, that is all I have for this video. Now, I hope that answered your question, and also don't forget to leave your questions for the next Q&A, and also the big Q&A I'm gonna do soon. This is going to be like a podcast video that I'm going to do in about a few weeks from this video. Anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe if you're not subscribed already, as it really helps to the channel and keeps all these videos going. And thanks a lot for taking your time out of your day to watch this video, and see you next time.